Anderson Ford Sports.
Welcome back to Denver. The Arizona Cardinals come away with a 22-20 win over the Broncos in their final preseason game. They finished 2-2 in the preseason, lost the first two at home, won the last two on the road. And we're going to send it back to the studio now because there's still some questions unanswered. We're going to welcome in Tom Zinner and the newest member of the ABC15 sports team, Jason Snavely. Jason, welcome aboard.
Thank you very much, Craig. I sure appreciate that. It is great to be back. It's basically a bit of a homecoming. Graduated from ASU, Forkham Devils, but just great to be back in the desert joining this team. We'll talk about the Sun Devils a little bit later in the show, but let's start with these Cards. I don't know if I'll ever say these words again, but hey, how about that third-string QB battle, huh?
Well, yes, but welcome, Jason. Great having you here. Glad you can have some NFL football coming over from Arkansas. And if you ask me what the situation is at quarterback, someone had to jump out tonight and grab this thing. They were both okay, Phillip Sims and Logan, but I would pick Logan Smith. 9 for 10, a touchdown, 15 yards rushing. I thought he did enough to hold on to this number 3 spot.
He did. He had the big play. Phillip Sims, you know, almost equal numbers, but that sack and fumble, Tom, that was brutal. He could have got rid of the ball much faster. That was on him.
Something has to differentiate these two guys at the end. Phillip Sims had a turnover. He was sacked 3 times, and Smith has a year of experience. I go with Logan.
Let's talk about Chris Johnson. First time in a Cardinals uni. What'd you think, man?
Well, I thought he had to prove that he belonged on this team tonight. He had been injured. He hadn't played in any of these preseason games. I felt he had to do something positive. Mission accomplished. He did. 11 carries, 45 yards. Showed some of that speed. Had a 16-yarder. Good enough for me, Jason. He's on the team.
I mean, for hardly seeing the field, any last season, he showed some explosiveness, a little bit like the Chris Johnson of old.
Well, let's face it, they have some serious depth issues at running back. He's a veteran. He's been the MVP of the league before. Unless he had deflated some footballs today and been suspended, I thought he was going to make the team. We also had to see something on the field, and he did a good job.
I was just going to say, we were saying back in the sports department, does Chris Johnson have a guarantee spot on this team? Heading into the night? I didn't really think so.
I said he had to earn it at the beginning of the night, but he clearly did. A few people beat me up on Twitter, but, you know, he did earn his spot tonight for sure. All right, Craig, we're going to send it back out to you in Denver. A little bit more post-game coverage. Thanks.